Good evening, folks. Going to tie salmon fillet here for you this evening. The Kelvin shrimp. The hook that I'm tying on here this evening is a partridge patriot, size 6. I'm using red UTC tying silk. Sorry about that, guys. We all know the feeling about that when that happens and your tying silk lips. But just to continue on from what I was saying, I'm using red UTC tying silk, size 70 down there. Partridge patriot, size 6 double. What I've done is I've catched my gold wire rub on at the top and I've wound the whole way down with it. I'm just applying a gold tag now on the arse of the fillet. That's 4, that's 5. I like to do 6 turns whenever I'm doing the tag on the arse of my salmon fillets. So after the 6th turn, get your finger and your thumb, punch it, pull through the gape, your double hook, get your fingernail, push it all tight together, catch it on underneath, which secures it, and then just come the whole way down. If you catch your wire on the way down, can be a pain in the arse, as you can see right about now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that, take that away, because I'm not using this as a wire, as a rub on my fillet. So I'm going to wind down the full length of the body, still pull my excess back. I'm going to wind down the full length of the body again, right down until I get in line with my gold tag. You can see that wee bit that you have, just trim it away. And again, with your fingernail, just push your gold tag up nice and tight. Right, now, the first element of the tail is this material. It's red Arctic fox. Hope you can see that. Dyed blood red Arctic fox. So, just going to tease out a section of fox here that I find sufficient for this. Now, the length of the fox here that you want, just good practice is punch the tops, tease out the underfur, get rid of it, get rid of all the stuff that you don't want. Now I'm going to go one, just the length of the shank of the hook. Right, catch that in, punch and lip, catch it in forward with your gold tag, couple them all forward. Okay, and come in, take that full length of your body, trim it at a taper. There we go. The next section is this hot orange Arctic fox. Okay, so grab your tops again. You're trying to find the longest part of the fox pelt for this. Sometimes it can be tricky. So okay. Right. As I say, sometimes it can be tricky, just trying to tease out the fibres and get the right length of tail that you want, the right density of tail that you want. You want the orange to be slightly denser and slightly longer than the red, so you want a wee bit more and a wee bit longer in layman's terms. So once you trim that, just same thing again. Get it, hold the tops of your fox, hold it tight, Probably the under fur. What you're looking for here is for this just to be slightly longer, just slightly longer than the red. Hold it, punch and lip again, finger and thumb, catch it in, and again. Oh, that nearly went big tongue there. As I say, pinch and lip between your finger and thumb, catch it on. One, we'll do an extra one this time just to make sure that it stays there. Position it where you want it, directly above the red. There we go, that looks good to me. So just at this stage, I'm going to apply my flash to the fly, which if I had orange crystal flash, that's what I would use, but I haven't got orange at the minute. I've only got pearl, but listen, the salmon don't care, believe you me. So 3 strands of pearl crystal flash, and I'm going to have that just ever so slightly longer than the orange fox. Catch that in between my finger and my thumb, pinch and lip, pull it down, secure it in. Again, ever so slightly than the orange tag. And then it's the final element of the tail of the flight. So we've had red fox, we've had orange fox, and then we have the final element, which is pink or magenta fox. So I'm just going to, once I have my desired length, I'm just going to trim that off. I'm going to do the same thing again. Once I have the tips of my fox, grab up with the tips, tease out the under fur, which I don't want, and the length of the magenta or pink, whatever it is you have. Again, just the same length as the red. You have the red, then you have the orange, which is slightly longer than the red, and then you have the magenta, which is just, you want this basically the same length as the red. Pinch and lip between your finger and your thumb, and catch it on. And now this all happens forward of the gold tag. And at this stage, I trim all this to the full length of the body of the fly in a taper. That avoids any lumps or bumps. I'm going to gather my tail, my finger and my thumb, all 3 sections of it, and then wind back until you meet the gold tag. And there you have it. That's your perfect Kelvin shrimp tail. Now, you still have this excess at the front here, and how we're going to sort that out is with a couple of wraps and a dab of super glue, and that gives your fly the solid construction. So I'm going to apply a couple of dabs of super glue to my tie and silk. Pinch my tail, hold it in place, wind down over those cut ends of the fox. Wind it right down, there we go, and then come back again. And that taper that you put in your cut ends, you will see. See that? Orange, red and magenta. It's devastating. That combination there, and fast flowing water, is devastating. There do we see it? There. There we go. That's the profile. That's the profile right there that you're looking for. I'm happy with that. So far so good. Now, the rub of this fly, what I'm going to use is a flat gold pencil. So it is. So I'm going to take my gold pencil, I'm going to catch it in on the side. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. At this stage, I'm going to take my wax, apply some wax to my thread, and the body of this fly, what I use is an orange and red, orange cluster and red seals for mix, just a wee mix and make up myself. So that's what I use for the body of this fly. So I'm going to double this on because of the orange cluster. I mix it double on nice and tight, so this means you can get it. Just wet your fingers while you're doing this. If you're struggling, it helps. See, just mix it double on nice and tight. Taking a wee pinch down at the bottom there. Add that on. There we go. That's a lovely red body with an orange shine through it. I'm just going to come down the shine colour hook, nice, even touching turns all the way. Right, maybe a wee bit shy there. You see, this is the thing. With being a wee bit shy, you can always add on. Wet your fingers again. Toss that in. So there we go, all the way down to where you began the fly. These them fibers back. As you can see again there, guys, once again the tine's hooking up, which is a total pain in the arse, but I've corrected it there. What I'm about to do now is wind down the body with my gold wire, or sorry, my gold oval pencil rib. So there's one. You want to pull this nice and tight as you possibly can. There's 2. There's 3. And I'm going to do one more. And there's 4. I'm going to come underneath and catch that in. And an extra turn or 2 just to secure it. Then I'm going to trim that. So far we have our tail, the 3 colours on our tail, along with a pair of flash. We have our body and we have our rib. Now I'm going to add the wing to the fly. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. You can add the wing and then the first hackle, or you can add the first hackle and then the wing. It doesn't really matter. The fly will still fish the same. So it's entirely up to you what way you want to do this. I'm going to add the wing first and then my first hackle. So the wing again is orange Arctic fox. I'm just trying to find the correct amount, the correct length. Just holding the tips, teasing it out, twisting it, pulling down to get the correct length that I want. Trim it. And the same thing again. Get the tips here, fox here, punch it tight, and at the bottom, tease away that under for stuff that you don't want. Okay, and then just adjust the length of your wing and your fingers. And you're probably coming about halfway into your tail. That's probably the length that you're looking for. So your wing, you want coming about roughly half the length onto your tail. Punch and lip between your finger and your thumb, pull it down, catch it in. 1, 2, couple of turns just to lock it and secure it. Look at it, make sure you're happy with it, make sure you're happy with the profile of the fly, because this, essentially guys, this is the key element of the fly. See this section of the fly, the wing and the tail, this is what's going to catch you salmon. So once you're happy with that, again, rub another turn just for security. I'm really happy with that. So get the excess here wing, trim it away. Same thing again, come on with your super glue, couple of dabs on your tie and sulk, hold your wing in place, and then just wrap your super glue tie and sulk around the cut ends. And that's maximum security for your fly so far. So it is. Now we're getting to the business stage of the fly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch that super glue with my finger under my tie and sulk and under the cut ends just to help me dry it a wee bit more. And next comes my first hackle on the fly, which is an orange Mets genetic hen hackle. And what I'm going to do is, I don't think I've showed you how to do this before in my time videos. I'm going to expose the top of the fly, okay, just like so. I'm going to trim it away. Once you trim it away, you see that, see these sections here, trim it away. What that does is it reduces bulk, so you've got a nice wee fine tip to tie them with. Hold that on the shank of my hook, catch it, tie it in, 1, 2, 3, just a couple of tight securing turns, locate your excess of the hackle filler, trim it away. Take the stock your filler, right, get your scissors and rub your scissors, there you see, up the stock of the filler. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. Right, I'm going to do that again because that slipped there, so I'm going to come back a few turns. Nearly made an Ursula, nearly, but I can salvage it. So again, right, trim away the top, trim away your excess, and again, just locate your top, hold it on the side, and catch it in. Right, that's better this time, much better. And as I say, locate your excess, trim it away, get the stock of the hackle filler, get your scissors, run your scissors up at one side, run your scissors up at the other side, you'll see that it spreads lovely. Wet your finger and your thumb, pull the hackle fibres back, and then begin to wrap. And this, folks, this is where the magic happens in the fly. So that's 1, okay, that's 2 and 3. 3 wrapsos is more than enough. As you need to remember, it's a genetic hen hackle, so this will generate a lot of movement and colour in the water. That's 3. That's probably too much. I'm going to be honest with you, 3. If you can keep it to 2, keep it to 2. But there we go, that's 3. Bring your tie and sulk under, catch it on again. Locate the point of your excess, trim it off, and then this is the part of the fly that I love doing. Positioning your hackle, positioning your spike where you want it. Don't just let your hackle sit wherever it is whenever you wind it in. Position it the way you want it yourself, and then wind back just a couple of turns, and then boom. There you go, you have that lovely orange flare in the fly. So you do. Let me just, wow, that's beautiful. So far so good. Let me just check that with you. Yep. Let me just adjust that. Now, what I'm going to add to this is the jungle pack element of the fly. So I'm going to put one on my side and one on your side. So this one, here we go. Right, just punch that in, catch it, 1, 2, 3, check it, it's sitting the way that I want it, that's lovely. and then the other one on your side. This is where you come over the top, check that the length of your jungle cock cheeks is the same, catch it, hold it, 1, 2, 3. Now that looks fantastic to me. So at this stage I'm just going to trim the excess off the jungle cock fillers. This is where it can get tricky because jungle cock is very fine, it's very fiddly. There we go. Oh, aye. There we go. Now, the final element of the, which is a badger cock hackle, a red badger cock hackle. So, once again, folks, just going to expose the top. Once I have my top exposed, what do you do? Trim it away that side, trim it away that side, trim it away that side. This wee section that you've exposed, catching that in on the side, punch it, catch it in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Locate your excess, trim it away. Same thing again. Take your scissors, run them up, wet your fingers, tease it back, and that just pulled out. When you do that, thank God it happened there, and not while I was actually wrapping the hackle. So, if that happens, you know yourself, just come back a turn or two. Right, no big drama. Same thing again. Trim it, trim it, trim it. That's I've made the same mistake twice in the one video. But you know what? This is slide time for you guys. I'm just going to let it roll. I'm not going to edit the video in any way. I'm just going to let it roll. So I've locked that in. Trim away your excess. Wet your finger and your thumb, tease your hackle fibers back and begin to wrap. Okay, so that's 1. Keep teasing the fibers back. That's 2. And again, keep teasing the fibers back. And then it's not sitting right, so I'm going to come back a turn. Right. There we go, wind that in. Bring it round, that's us on track now. Wet your fingers again, tease the fibers back. Bring it round, 1 more, there we go. Now we're looking better. Now we're looking better. Bring your hands up and underneath, catch it in. That's it, secured. Another 1, 2, just to be sure. Come on with your sharp pointed scissors. Trim away the excess. Because it's a cock hackle, this one you definitely need to position. So get it where you want it and position. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. There we are. Now we're getting somewhere. So we are. Now we're getting somewhere. So at this stage, I'm just going to work finish because all I have left to do is tidy up the head of the fly. Boom, bang. That's you wrapped up with your tying silk, your red tying silk. Trim that off there. Now what we're going to come on with is Glow Bright Floss number 4. Get that under my bobbin holder. So make sure There we go. Right. Now, this stage, before you start winding on with your head, what you want to do to your group by floss, you just want to apply a wee bit of wax. This will stop your floss from slipping and you're trying to form your head. So just a wee bit of wax. Start down at the eye of the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough. Pull your excess up. Oh, near jump your hackles there. That's the one thing you don't want to be doing. Just jump all the excess. Hold the floss. Keep your hackles out of the way. And then just wind back in. And just form a nice head. Keep coming down. And then back up again. And whenever you're happy with the head, then and only then tie it off. I'm happy with that. Well, there's one wee fibre sticking out there. So I'm going to take my rope finish tool and I'm going to rope finish last fly there. 3. Oh, you. I just about got away with that. Sorry guys, throughout that video where I'm making myself look like a total amateur, that's twice in up the time sulk, and then I nearly messed up the rope finish in the head. I've got away with it the whole way through. But, hey, see, as long as you get there, and as long as the fly works in the water, right, as quickly as I've tied that head, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the super glue finish. Super glue on the side, over the top, down that side, underneath, boom, there we go, and that's your Kelvin shrimp. So it is one of the most effective flies, guys, in fast flowing water, tea coloured stained water, spate rivers, a day and a half after the flood. This is the fly that you want to be using. It's just the colours and that and the movement in the water that drive the salmon nuts. But that's it. That's the Kelvin shrimp. Listen folks, thanks very much for watching the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come from me guys in the muckers. This Sunday we're away to Loch Lomond. We're fishing for pike on the fly. Kenny will be using the dead bait and lures. Myself and Chris, we will be using the fly, and I've got a special guest coming for you, so don't miss out on it guys. Keep an eye out for it, and as I say, subscribe to the channel. I told you before, this is just the beginning. I had the article published in the magazine, Fly Fishing and Fly Tying magazine. Still trying to come to terms with it. It still feels a bit surreal, but I've told you, this is just the beginning. We're just getting started. So keep following us guys, keep supporting us, you won't be disappointed. Thanks very much for watching the video. Until next time folks, tight lines.